As we submerge into state of feeling, mind and body healing from the sound that you're hearing. And after this, it will make you calm. 10 down to drift off. We sound the alarm. Through the barrier, music will carry you on to keep you thinking, deeper sinking. As we glide into your waveform, it's a unique feeling that's been born. That's born. Pick up the flow like electricity. We can
Nice new hair, thank you. Thank you. Hello, hello.
Journey deep inside. Using music that I'm hearing in my mind as a guide. There's only one question as we take flight. Yo, where you gonna take us tonight? Pick up the flow like electricity. We conduct operating method, make the target erupt. Syncopated, maybe latched to the beat. Let loose when I feel it from my head to my feet. Here I go on another journey deep inside. Using music that I'm hearing in my mind as a guide. There's only one question as we take flight. Yo, where you gonna take us tonight?
How you doing? I'm doing good. How you doing? It's been a while since I've streamed. Finally got my Twitch emotes, which is really cool. Doing good though. Can't complain. Did like a bunch of work for this one client that was like a really busy month. Which I can't complain. Work is good, right? But then like that, it was just like quick turnaround and shit because they had like an album coming out and that like all finished up maybe like 2 or so weeks ago now. So like I've really been enjoying like not having deadlines or anything for the last 2 weeks and just doing like absolutely nothing, which is very nice. But kind of thought I'd maybe try and dabble in some personal work again. Streaming, wanted to stream, at least just hop on for a second. See what the vibe is like, you know. Yeah. I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit. I don't know how loud it is, but I want to make sure it's not like drowning y'all out or drowning me out. And drowning you guys. Doing great, man. Summer's going well. Hell yeah. Doing great. Oh, what up, Sonic? What? What up, dude? New trim? New trim. Yeah, new trim. New trim since I've last been on here. Had to update the avatar, you know? Oh, shit. Okay.
I get the sound inside, exclusive access all others denied. Like adrenaline traveling quick, through my circulation soak up the hit. Unforeseen, I pay my innermost a visit. And when I do, I'm reminded how I miss it. I often burst into pride, pen goes to paper, documented in mind. Versatile verses, a shot of inspiration disperses. Travel with me, let the music direct our direction, unknown as yet. Let the sound inside, it's the best guess. Music sound we provide, like adrenaline traveling quick through your circulation, soaking up the hit. Sweet, sweet sound of atmosphere.
Hello, hello. What up, Bucket? What's good, G? How's it hanging? It's going good, yo. Going. Can't complain, you know.
One step deeper we roll.
Big fan, glad to finally catch a stream. I'm doing a lot of secret streams still. Secret. I'm just not like ready to full blown be like posting on IG like, oh, I'm live, dude, I'm live. Like, shit's fun, but it's like more, you know? It's too much more. I'm enjoying these like secret streams. It's a new animation form? I don't know. Just animating. I like did this like old bike animation way back when, like fucked up. It was probably almost a year ago now that I like made this other bike rig. And I was like animating some shit on the side. And I just never did anything with it. And then it sat around like most of my shit does, and I was like, I'm gonna redo this. And now I'm like kind of making an animation, just Hanada biking around. Nothing crazy, just kind of vibey. I'm attempting to animate strictly, and this is cringe to say out loud, I'm animating strictly maybe something that I'd put on Reels, or like as a Reel, or it would exist in the heinous vertical format, because I think anything else I'm gonna make that's like longer form will be for YouTube only. And I think I'm gonna start making a distinguish? I don't know what I just said. I think I'm gonna make a let me reword this. I'm gonna make the decisive. Yo, I'm having a fucking brain fart. I think I over anticipated my ability to speak. But I'm gonna make the kind of distinction between things moving forward where I like, because I think I'd like make shit and then I'd be like, this is actually long enough to exist on YouTube, right? And that was like kind of an accidental thing. The ice cream video was like the first time that I made something that was like strictly for YouTube. Now I think I'm gonna start making shit that's strictly for Instagram, which will just be a little less serious, a little more vapid, a little smaller in ideas, a little less thought out, right? Maybe just kind of vibey. Vapid makes it sound negative, but you know, like less about trying to say something and more about just making a vibe, you know? So with that, I think I'm gonna do the actual aspect ratios, because that's kind of like I don't know. I think it like kind of looks cooler. I posted that one video recently where she's like climbing up the tower in the vertical aspect ratio, and I thought it worked really well, but granted it was literally like the fucking framing worked really well because it was such a like vertical frame. It was very long and tall and like tall buildings, so it worked for that. This I feel like it doesn't work as much, or it's not as like of a gimme. But I think it kind of works, you know? I think it's not, like, heinous. I think it looks better on Instagram when it's, like, the full screen versus, like, black bars and shit, you know? Looks a lot better. Yeah, I think it does look better on app for sure. It's like kind of cringe. There's part of me that like hates the idea of like conforming to like having to do it as a reel. But there is also a part of me that like has kind of softened up on it. There's a lot of like cool animators that have popped up on the scene, and I get inspired when I see them posting vertical format stuff. Like, it's not like my favorite for like, you know, like my only way of existing as an artist, and I think that that's the whole point of like the distinguishing between two different platforms, and I think that's a nice thing to have. I think I can exist on both and make different content for different things. I think Instagram is just content, and I think I've grown to accept that most people kind of just engage with it on a very one-noted, one-dimensional level, and that's fine. And then YouTube is where I can really make stuff that like exists for people to kind of engage with outside of just like a scrolling content and more like long-form content or short films or what have you. So that's kind of the idea, and that's kind of this. This is just like a, I'm like, I really want to animate a bike, but like that's not gonna like be anything, and if I were to put it anywhere, it might be just on Instagram. So that's kind of the idea. Yeah, it's kind of the vibe. It's something you're considering too? Yeah, I feel like a lot of people, a lot of artists nowadays, it's something you gotta think about, right? Like where, or like what kind of work you're putting out online and like what it's gonna look like. Do you think about making and sharing animations that are more meaningful rather than just being vibey and catchy in the future, or you think that would be a financially bad decision? Or maybe just edgy? I ask this because it almost feels like you are avoiding it. Like making something more like a bad decision, or maybe just edgy. Like avoiding making like content as in like more, I feel like for me, the term is like adult, or like, more mature, right? I feel like a lot of my work is very, like, lighthearted, and it's something that I, like, think about, maybe, like, I think about, do I want the stuff I make to be, I think for me, I think about, like, personally, I think I find myself, like, on a spectrum of where I'd want my work to lie, and it's, like, somewhere, like, one end of the spectrum for me is, like, Adventure Time, where it's, like, kid-friendly enough, like, young teen kid-friendly, but then there's, like, hints of, like, mature elements that feel, like, adult enough that, like, an adult can watch it and, like, enjoy it and, like, engage with it. And then there's, like, the far end of the other extreme where it's, like, strictly, like, just, like, edgy, maybe, or, like, adult, where it's, like, way more fucked up, and it's, like, violent, and there's, like, really harsh subject matter, and it's really, like, mature and drama, right? I find that that's, like, where I'm constantly questioning, like, what I kind of want to convey, or, like, where I want to lie in that. I definitely, like, don't do the latter. Not right now, at least. I've totally thought about doing projects, that would, like, maybe be way more, like, gritty and, like, violent and, like, focus on, like, fucking making animations with guns and shit, but, like, I don't know. It's, like, I would never do that as, like, part of my, like, current project that you see outwardly. It would definitely be, like, separate from all this, I think. But I think for me, at least what I'm working on right now, it would lie somewhere, like, closer to, like, you know, like, I think Studio Ghibli's a really, like, great, pillar of, like, kind of, like, a great, like, point to look forward to of, like, what I would like my work to be, of this, like, balance of, like, semi-kid-friendly, young adult-friendly. It's just breaching across ages. There is mature topics, there is mature imagery, you know, like, there is violence in Studio Ghibli films, but it's not over the top. It has great, themes of, like, morality and, like, life, while still being kind of whimsical and whatnot. I fall somewhere on that. I don't think it's a financially bad decision to make edgy stuff. I think it's really cool. It's just not quite what I want to make. I think I tend to lean in wanting to make work that is, like, nice and inspiring and, like, kind of, like, hopeful and optimistic in a way. I think that optimism can be found in work that is challenging, and I definitely want to, like, maybe, like, incorporate that, and, like, if I were to make longer form media, it would, like, be much more developed and kind of showing maybe, like, perseverance and, like, the beauty of that, of someone, like, continuing through and whatnot. But, yeah, I don't know. I definitely tend to avoid the edgy stuff. Totally think about all the time making, like, well, I won't say it out loud, because it would take the fun away. Let's see. You're back from hiking the Bali Indonesian river? Thought we would never see you again. The sun changed your hair, brought a lightness to your soul. Glad you are back making art that lights up all our souls. Beautiful. I'm gonna post the chat. Quentin, I got my emotes finally. Twitch gave them to me. I also have really exciting news. I get to give out these emotes to a handful of people. Twitch said they wouldn't normally do that, but I talked to them and they were like, I can give them out to a handful of people. I'm gonna decide how I'm gonna do this. This will be something I'll, like, probably, like, do a little more officially in the, like, coming weeks. But I'm gonna be able to give them, like, 10 users, I think, and give out a few. We'll figure that out. Quinn, I think you're, like, I think it's gonna be, I'll figure out how to give 9 other people. Quentin, you're, like, locked. You're, like, nope, not that I'm picking favorites in any capacity, or, like, putting any one person on a pedestal. Quentin shows up for, like, every goddamn stream. Like, you for sure will get the emotes. I'm gonna make that happen. I promise you that. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna dub them out to people. Like, I might just do kind of like giveaway-esque. I don't know. Cause I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna give them away. But like Quentin, like I feel like you gotta get her. Just for the love and respect for how much you show up, I appreciate it. But yeah, I am gonna be able to give them away, which is cool. There's like a set of 5. It took me a while to get them myself, so like hopefully they'll be able to give them out in a relatively timely manner. We'll figure it out. We'll do something properly. Why is this banning your message? Hold on, I'm allowing your message. For some reason, Automod like banned your message for a second, Remedy. He said, I really like your vibe too. It's your artistic output to the world, and it's really cool. Just giving positive vibes too. I just thought maybe you are really avoiding to put yourself fully, including your inner darkness, to your art. Maybe reach more people. So wanted to learn. Thank you so much. I mean, like, you're low-key not wrong. Like, I think that there's like, I think something that, as somebody who is like constantly thinking about other artists and what they're doing and how they're doing shit, I do think that like people like it's so cliche, but like it's cliche because it's true that like people are fucking crazy. Like everybody's actually like kind of insane probably, unless you're like incredibly like atypical or neurotypical, whatever the regular one is, right? There's definitely people that are just straight up like so normal and their brains are perfectly chemically balanced and they're like they don't have a fucking fleeting thought in the world about questioning like where their place is in reality. They just exist. But I do think that for the most part, a lot of people, non-artists included, just regular ass people, constantly question life and their place and how they feel about things. And that comes with all kinds of questions of mortality, and like ideology, and like sense of like moral, like kind of like their like morality. I said mortality, I meant morality. And that can be dark. It can be questioning like where, like what you think of like what is being a good person and all this shit, right? And a lot of that comes through in art, and a lot of people like to discuss that in art, and I think it's a beautiful place to like air out those thoughts and like questions and like ideas, for sure. I just don't know that that's like where I'm at right now. I don't know if that's like what I like. I'm so grateful that there's art that like does that. I think Satoshi Kon is an amazing artist and mangaka and animator that like all his work is so much about like morality and like the human condition and like the really fucked up side of that, like Paranoia Agent, Perfect Blue, Paprika, all discuss that shit at length and get very dark and gritty while still being like awe-inspiring. I don't think that that's like what I want to make right now. I think it's amazing that we have artists that do that, but yeah, that's totally like not what I'm trying to put out. And I think that that is a thing. Like, I do have to avoid that. Like, I have to like not focus on that because that's not like when I think of what I like to make, like what like because art is about sharing it with other people. I fully believe that. I think that, like, obviously, like, at the end of the day, like, I don't sit on Blender unless I want to. I don't, like, in order to make the things I make, I won't do it unless I'm enjoying it. And a lot of the time, that means I'm not making shit because I don't enjoy it all the time. I burn out, I get tired, I'd rather fucking play video games or go ride my bike. Like, I don't do this shit when I don't want to. I only do it when I want to. And then the end product is something that I want to share. That's the after product, the after fact. But, like, when I think about, like, what I want to share, personally, right now, what I want to share is cool shit. I want to share shit that people look at and feel, like, lit about, like, get inspired by, like, feel optimistic, feel hopeful, like, feel, like, I don't know, like, romantic. Like, I think that there's, like, a certain, like, romance and art of, like, enjoying something, like, finding love in it, like, appreciation. It doesn't mean that the subject matter is literally romantic, but it's beautiful. Like, I want to, like, make shit that shows the like, I think, personally, for myself, it's a reminder to myself, too, you know? Like, it's a reminder to myself of what I love in life. Like, and I think that that's kind of what I'm sharing with people. That's why I make, like, really, I think that, like, my last short, the ice cream one, was, like, just vibey and aesthetics and me just practicing, like, my technical skill in, like, making a short story with, like, minimal runtime. But I think a lot of what I make behind the scenes and what I'd like to convey later, or, like, soon, is, like, mindfulness in life and the beauty in the mundane. Like, I don't know, like, so much of, like, the smaller things that I animate are very, like, minimal and, like, scale, but, like, the idea behind it is the importance in the mundane, right? Like, or the smaller things, the little things, you know? It's cliche, but that's, saying it out loud might sound, whatever. Maybe it doesn't sound like anything. Now my inner ego and insecurities are taking hold, and I'm thinking of, whoa, what did I just say this out loud? Like, yeah, I don't know. Now I'm talking too much of this shit, but you get the vibe, right? Dude, yaps a lot, dude. I talk so much, yo. You say, like, one thing to me and I'll talk, so, bear with me. What? How did that? Oh, I'm, like, perfectly on. Oh, why am I a knife?
Destination unknown, and you know why.
We're here for the yaps, though? Hell yeah. I love that, though, because sometimes I worry about my art being, like, meaningless when I create things I just enjoy and find pretty, but you're right, like, art is an expression no matter what. Totally. I think that, like, as I'm getting older, I want to make art that has, like, more meaning. Like, I'm thinking more intently about meaning in art. But I think that, like, it is a huge misconception, Jesus Christ. It's a huge misconception, at least I think. Personally, I did not enjoy when I was in art school before I dropped out, when I would, like, study, like, classical art in the Renaissance era, and, like, there was all this, like, debate about, like, the breaking down of, like, what all this shit meant. And then I feel like from a very classical approach, like, people feel this need to, like, constantly imbue meaning into their work, when, like, in reality, like, I think that sometimes just making what you find fun is the meaning, and that meaning inherently comes out via the subconscious. What you find fun to make is the meaning, and what people find meaningful about it is less of a, like, intentional outcome and more of just, like, the like, secondary thing. Like, when you look at work, good work should always speak volumes to people no matter what, because it resonates in different ways. You don't intentionally do that. It's almost impossible to intentionally, like, let that happen. That's why, like, people always talk about like, oh, like this random shit that I posted blew up. That's because it's the random shit. It's the shit that truly comes from the heart and the soul that will like have the most impact and value and like resonate with people, right? Like, and I think that like you can really get lost in like this like cycle of like wanting to like find meaning in your work. And I think that like obviously it's important to maybe like to an extent try and think about that and have like ideas, but like if you are asking these questions to yourself and then having fun with the art you make, that meaning is probably coming naturally. And like it's you know something you just gotta like slowly work on and like let kind of like flow. You hear that? That dude just said animation. This is why this tape is the best tape. He talks about animation like all the fucking time for some reason.
Close your eyes and your reception will be high. Visualize, your perception will be tight. Warning transmission, we're closing down your position. You will listen to the sound we create, because it's my mission. Strictly digital.
Strictly digital.
Old street approaching. My destination on my usual route. With my mic in my boot. Lyrics in my mind, I'm gonna roll them in a minute. Meet the DJ in the booth, he's got the beats and I'm in it. EQ and level set it right. People moving and the ride, they past the night. 15 years and counting.
Sometimes you gotta let your mind run with it and find the reason later. 1000%. I think that like I don't know. There's like I think that there's like something that like I think about is like I think that like I'm not like I almost went off on like a way different tangent, but like I think that like when creating art, there's like two ways that I'm really like constantly having to think about from my perspective, and I'm sure that this is shared amongst a lot of people nowadays, is like making art for myself, truly just for like why do I do it? For fun, and like for no other reason but to like do something, right? And then I also think about the fact that this is a job, and that like I have to like have somewhat of an online presence still to like cater to clients and show that I'm making stuff so that I might have eyes that want to like pay me, right? That's like my two main things. The latter is like a much more aggressive one, but like there's a part of me that's like, okay, not only am I making stuff for fun that I want to share, but I'm also, there is part of it that's like I have to share stuff, and that like means that like I can't just passively create. I have to actively create. So then I'm asking questions of like, what am I wanting to share? Why do I want to share it? What am I trying to say? And when you really think about those, I think it's good to like have that conversation with yourself and think about, why am I making this? What am I trying to say? What do I want it to do? But then there is the other side where it's like, don't ask that. Maybe ask that after the fact. Maybe think about it again. But like, don't over stress, right? Like don't go too deep on that like scrutiny of what you're trying to do. Sick hair, thank you. Hold on, I'm gonna grab a water. I'm fucking yapping and my throat gets dry.
It's like we're moving to the next level. Transforming. Connoisseurs and we're issuing the warning. Getting cold on ya. Flip scripts. Change direction. Like we're rolling on kung fu flicks. Hold it. Moving on. Inside this sound we get strong.
I getting auto-modded or is my message getting flagged? Shit, I don't know. Auto-mod did flag someone else's message, but usually I get like a notification on my end if it's flagged, and I'm not seeing it, so maybe you are. I don't know. I don't know how Twitch works sometimes. It's weird. I'm like auto-mod I think would go to me. Like the last one I saw, it was like, oh, like allow or deny, and I like had to like allow the message, but I'm not seeing that right now. Saying failed when you send a message, that's insane. I'm trying to animate my story using your teachings on your Patreon and using your style, and dude, I'm stressed 24/7 for the last 2 years. I'm processing too goddamn slow because of the stress. Any advice? What do you like? I feel like I might need more clarification on what you mean by being like stressed. Like what's going on? Like, I'm stressed 24/7 for the last 2 years, and I'm processing, or you meant progressing maybe? I'm progressing, but too slow because of the stress. Any advice? I don't know. I mean, that's like, I think that like immediately the questions I ask myself if your worry is like, like I want this out, but it's not out. I think that there's like questions that I would ask myself of like, I would like try and like logically reason like what like matters, and what I mean by that is like I'd be like what is this constraint that's what is this like deadline that I'm not meeting that's making me feel that it's too slow, and like how valuable or like bad is that? Like when it comes to client work, it's fucked up. Like I have to have this thing done because people are paying me for it, and it has to be there. And there's a reliance from a fuck ton of other people that gets delivered. So like that doesn't matter, or that does matter, Jesus. But like when it comes to personal stuff, it's so much more like arbitrary. Like it's so much more vague. I think arbitrary is the right word there. I'm stupid. It's so much more vague. It's so much more ambiguous. Like I personally struggle a lot with like setting deadlines for myself or setting timelines that I can meet. And I think there's importance to that. And I think that like finding the like motivation to finish something that's like personal and just to be done with it is hard. And my advice would be like maybe setting a hard deadline for yourself, being like it has to be done by like the next month or something, right? Like if you don't have a definitive date, I think setting a definitive date, maybe setting goals in between that, being like, okay, well, like I want this done this day. What does that look like? Having X amount of shots done, X amount of assets done. Like treat it like a job. Set goals and timelines and deadlines for different parts of this thing that you're working on, if that's what you're trying to do. You're just kind of frustrated and like you have this long-term project. I don't know, man. Personally, I'm in the same boat. I find myself going through all types of ebb and flows as a creative. Sometimes I shit out a short in months and put it out. My last video, the last real video I put out, I animated 90% of it in like a 2-week period, and then sat on it for a year, and finally animated the last like 5% and put it out like almost a full year later. I don't think that's optimal. I can't be optimal. I don't know how to be optimal when it comes to like random personal shit I'm working on. Is that to a fault? Is that going to be a detriment to my creative endeavors as an artist? That's an impossible question for myself to answer. Should I probably not stress about it? Yes. Does it stress me? Of course. It's just like being human. I don't know. Is it external pressure? Is it internal pressure? I don't know. It's probably a mix of both. It's probably my innate desire to make things not feeling validated or met, and there's probably the pressure of feeling like I'm fleeting, and Instagram and Twitter and the internet is millions of light years faster than me, and all these things, right? Like, I don't know. It's tough. Like, I think that, like, my advice to you is try as best as you can not to focus on that all too much at once. It's a day-by-day thing. Like, if all you want is a cool video and you have this idea in your mind and there isn't actually any, like, real deadline that you need to be met, maybe try not to stress too much about it and let it happen, you know? If you're really trying to, like, lock in and get some shit done, then maybe practice some discipline. Find that discipline as an artist, as a master of your craft. Alright, let's see. The piece you uploaded of Hinata climbing the pillar and taking a pic on the top of it was actually a very introspective piece representing the point of society we're at. Where many don't believe their achievements are real if not perceived by someone on these small personal electronic devices we hold too dear. Do we climb pillars because we have a passion for it, or because we want others to know we did it? Are we signaling with our achievements if we always post them? You climb the pillar if not documenting it. Are your achievements worth it if their only satisfaction is inward rather than externally validated? Beautiful. I tend to agree. I think a lot of people, I saw some shit. I don't know if I'm going to be able to say the wording right, but it was like we're no longer living for the moment, but we're living for the memories, I think was basically the idea. And it's kind of like this, like, weird, like, mass adaptation of, like, documentation on, like, a like, huge level, but not just, like, oh, like, I want to, like, document, like, I want to take a photo of myself this year so that in 1945 I can, like, know what I look like, you know? Nowadays it's like everybody can fucking record literally everything all day, every day, and now it's no longer a phone in your hand, it's fucking meta glasses and shit. I don't know. It's aggro. I think the music's a bit loud, I'll turn it down. Turn it down a tad. I would tend to agree. I would totally tend to agree. I think that, like, there's this, like, mass need to, like, document and share shit. I think that, like, there is, like, this weird, like, wanting to, like, relive stuff. I think, like, I don't know, like, I try not to, like, on my main Instagram share too much. I have a climbing account where I, like, post videos of me climbing because I got really into climbing in the last few years, and that's like the first time in a while that I've, like, been, like, obsessively, like, recording myself, like, in climbing. I don't know if other people climb, but, like, in climbing there's, like, this, like, thing of, like, it's like a bit, like, most people I climb with around my age range and demographic, like, everybody records their, like, best sins on their best climbs or whatever and share it, you know? And that's, like, something that I'm, like, really, like, part of. Like, I, like, have a whole second account where all I do is post my climbing videos, and, like, when I send projects, I mean, like, I don't think it's, like, personally as much, like, I have to, like, I'll project a climb. Like, for example, there was this climb just upstate out of New York City called Waterway that was, like, my biggest long-term outdoor climbing project. And, like, what that means for those that might not know, like, a project is, like, a climb that you try that's, like, really hard, and you can't just, like, send the first time you try the climb, so you project it for months and months and months. And so, like, when I knew I was gonna send that climb, I knew I wanted it to be recorded. But, like, the nice thing, I think, was that, like, I'm not recording it, somebody else is recording it, and I wasn't thinking about it at all once I was doing the climb, and when it was done, I was happy that I had the recording, so it's not as like invasive or like taking away from my experience as I'm climbing, but it is this like weird thing that I needed that recording, you know? I don't know. And it was to share it. Like I love watching it and being like, wow, like look at this awesome thing that I did in this like personal achievement of my own. But like I posted that and I was excited and like very much wanted to share that with other people, you know? I don't know. And I think that like humans are always like that, but phones are weird, but for sure because of that, you know? And I think I would have been like sad if like, you know, I sent the climb. I would have been sad if like I came back down after climbing it and my friend was like, oh fuck, like I didn't get that on camera. I'd be like, that's crazy. Like the first time I ever sent this climb and like I like fucked up and didn't get the recording, I'd be upset about that. I don't think that would like fully take away from it, but like it would be like, it would sting a little bit being like, damn. And I've gone and resent that specific climb for context, but like it would have been kind of sad to know that like the first time I like sent it, I didn't get it. I don't know. It's weird. I don't think that that's like inherently bad, but I do think that like there is an extreme end of that where like it can get in the way of like someone's like enjoyment of the thing that they're doing, right? I don't know. I guess now just knowing it's a universal artistic and journey helped a bit. And yes, discipline and consistency is what I need, I suppose, because one day I work 16 hours, other whole week I be hanging, you know, trying to find motivation to work again. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that you can like put too much pressure on yourself if that's the case, because it just kind of happens sometimes. Like, not every day is going to be like incredibly productive, and that's like super normal. And definitely don't compare yourself to others. I think that's a hard thing too. If you're like not working and then like just thinking about like how you could be, and that idea of how you could be is only your perception of other people's success or like what they're perceived to be doing online, because none of that's actually true or real. Like there's just no way to know. Like, not worth it. Comparison is a thief of joy. That shit's real. Huh.
Time to make a smooth move. Get down, look inside the groove. Strictly digital. Chapter 1, we got it going on. Looky. Run it clear.
I think there's healthy points of it, like what you were explaining, since so much community aspects are tied to our phones now, it's inevitable. It's actually normal to want to share with the communities, friends we have created of similar interests. I think that far end of it gets to where 24 hours, every trip, everything is like streamed, vlogs, side of the internet. Seems like a lot. Personally, yeah, no, for sure. I do think that, like, you know, like everything, moderation is key. I don't know. I do think that, like, there's probably like a unhealthy amount of like kind of like motivation, or like kind of this like pressure that a lot of people feel, like the way these apps are like straight up fucking designed, that it'd be cool if that like wasn't the case.
This is an opportunity that you cannot miss. Take you on a journey, and I hope you can handle this. Succeeding the recommended dose. I feel the storm is close. Light the calm before we bomb the post. Wheels are still revolutionized relentlessly. Is that the light I see? No, it's nookie rolling neatly. Light levels exceeding the recommended dose. I feel the storm is close. Light the calm before we bomb the post. Wheels are still revolutionized relentlessly. Is that the light I see? No, it's nookie rolling neatly. Nookie rolling neatly. And this is an opportunity that you cannot miss. Take you on a journey, and I hope you can handle this. A regulated pattern on the drum kit, kick, snare kick, and that's what we're running. Can you feel the density? It's the cold blue, here to explore the deepest deep. It's overdue, die. Below the moving tide, subaquatic mission inside to be applied. Deep down, take you to the secrets of the underwater caves. As we move deeper with the breaking waves. Just when you thought you were unshockable, music maker with the sound of rock the unrockable. Got those feet solid on the floor, ready to express, ready to explore. When we take it deep, don't rise too quick. Decompression overload is bound to make you sick. Nitrogen will bubble in your bloodstream. Don't rise too quick when the pressure's extreme.
You do outdoor climbing too, or only climb indoors and outdoors?
You gotta listen, as the tap of the urban drum drifts across the skyline. One by one, we deliver music played by the DJ. We stay true to the cliche.
there more tutorials on the way? For Patreon, for sure. If yes, which are coming first? That's a good question. People were literally asking about I got like some DM recently about doing building stuff. I haven't ever really talked about that on Patreon, so I'll probably do that and kind of like talk about how I actually make buildings and environment stuff. That might be first. When was the last time Hinata filled her bike tires? Bro, she's on top of her shit. And then that was what I was expecting and needing too. Okay, cool. Nice. I always have such a hard time finding this texture that I'm looking for.
Change fast. Kicking in, you feel the post-battle shock. Memories firm and steadfast like a padlock. Try to shake them, but you never break them. They're in-grounded, there to stay. That is how your mama make a memory, setting that just a flashback. If it pictures in your mind of the land attack, bang smack, we place you in the war zone. No advance known in the siren drone. It's like combat, ready for combat. Try to fling a bomb, be sure that we bomb back. And this is what it's like right after the bomb blast. What a contrast, big short change fast. This will represent as we hammer it down like nuclear shock waves across London town.
thought we would get a Chihuahua rigging and weight hanging tutorial first, but where are the top 3 places you want to climb but have yet to? That's a good question. Japan has some really cool boulders that I want to try. Font is like the OG like Paris bouldering spot that I really want to go to. Japan just seems like cool because you can literally take the fucking bullet train out to the woods, but I think that like Font is probably up there. I really want to go climbing like the Red Rocks, like Nevada. Yosemite would be really cool, but Yosemite doesn't have like bouldering mainly. It's like the rope shit, which I don't do. I don't know. There's a lot of places I'd like to climb outside. There's this boulder called Majestic that's really popular up in Canada. It's like a V6 that's like famous for how pretty it is. You know. What am I? It's, Cheering you on from Japan. I love your anime. Hell yeah. Shout out Japan. Big fan of Japan. was supposed to go to Japan for my birthday trip next month, but I fear due to the heat, I changed it to Thailand and Indonesia. I mean, that's fire, though. What? That still sounds super awesome. Both sound like epic places to go. Ask me. So, did this fucking change? Hold on. Why did that change? Your top 3 media of the month: book, music, movie, show. The book that I'm reading right now is called Martyr, and I don't like love it. I don't know. I'm only like 130 pages in or something. Or I have it somewhere. I'm like 130 pages in right now, and it's like a newer book, and I'm kind of like weird about modern books, so I don't know how much I'll enjoy the rest of it, but it's like, it's well written and the prose is really good, so I don't want to hate on it too much, and supposedly it's a really good book, so like, we'll see. I'm not done with it yet. I am reading that right now. It's called Martyr. And then movies, I've not been watching movies. I'm so down bad on movies, it's frying me. I should be watching movies and I'm not. I saw Disclosure Day yesterday for the first time, and I did not like it. It was a very bad movie. No diss to Steven Spielberg. He's the GOAT. He's still the GOAT, but I didn't enjoy the movie. Shows. I don't really be watching shows. I'm kind of watching Widow's Bay, or is that what it's called? Widow Bay? Widow's Bay? I don't know, that like TV show on Apple TV. I don't be watching TV. Music, new Ear album is gas. I love Ear. I always love Ear. I've been listening to like a shit ton of Deftones again. Cherry Waves, really good. Changes is also an amazing song. Another book. I'll show you guys this book that I just copped. This shit's fire. This is not like an actual book, but like an art book. Masakai Yuasa, I don't know how to say his last name. This is a guy that did Mind Games. He did Kaiba, if you guys know what that is. And I didn't realize this, but he did like a lot of the art for Shin-chan, which is crazy because I love Shin-chan. Mainly just for the art style, less for the show. I don't really watch it because it's a kid show, but it's like his sketchbook, so it's just like these like beautiful, like really jank watercolor things. Which is cool. And I'll show you guys my other book pickups. I have them all on my desk because I caught these all kind of recently. These are the next 3 books I'm going to read for fun. I'm in a book club, and the next book I have to read for that is Dublin Ears, which I'm like kind of whatever about. But these are the books that I'm going to read. I've been convinced by Instagram to get East of Eden. I mean, it's a fucking classic, so like, you know, it wasn't really Instagram, it was this book, but I'm really excited to read this. I got like this beautiful copy of it. I don't think you can tell, but like the pages are all like kind of like raw cut, so they have this like really beautiful natural feel to it. Really excited to read this. It's supposedly amazing. East of Eden. And then this is Butcher's Crossing, which is John Williams. He wrote my other favorite book, Stoner. If you guys want to read a book and like haven't read books in a while, Stoner, I have it literally. Is it right here or is it right here? It's right here. This is the best book in the world. I think this is like, if you want to read a really good book, I think that like you can't get better than this. This is like an amazing, easy book to read and like just fucking beautiful and about life and amazing. This is his other book. I just want to read more John Williams. I don't know if this is good or bad, but I have that. And then this book, it's fucking chess. Like, come the fuck on. I haven't read this, but I'm excited to read it. It's like fucking super small. It's maybe a couple hundred pages, or a couple dozen pages. It's 90 pages, I think. It's supposedly really good. From what I've heard, they literally play chess. So I'm excited to read that. That's all the books I picked up recently. I feel like I bought something else kind of recently, but that might have been it for like media. Yeah, low-key, that's it. I've like not been watching movies. I'm like so bad about movies. I don't know what's happened. I've watched like 2 movies. I used to really like watch movies and like go out of my way to watch movies like in the last few months, but like the last 2 months I've fallen off, which is sad because I love movies. But I saw Disclosure Day. I saw Backrooms. I really like Backrooms. It's not like a great movie, but it's just like awesome that it exists. So like in that regard, I was really excited to watch it. Movies are for fall and winter. I don't know. I just like I have a hard time like sitting down and watching movies. I'm really like stupid. I like will be like, oh, I should watch a movie, and then I get like all like conscious about like how much time it will take to watch said 2-hour movie, and then like I don't watch anything or do anything for 2 hours. I think that's undiagnosed ADHD probably, but it's something that I struggle with. Yeah, I bought these glasses. I'll just show you guys everything I've been buying recently. My eyes are really sensitive to light, and I never wear sunglasses, but I finally bought sunglasses because I like desperately need them when I'm outside. Like my eyes just hurt from the sunlight. I find sunglasses really, this is like a personal thing, and I don't know if this is like a self-report by saying this out loud. I find it douchey when people wear sunglasses. I don't know why. Stylistically, there's just something about like masking your eyes that like feels like, oh, I'm like so intimidating or some shit. I don't know. It's weird. I feel weird wearing them outside, which is again a personal thing. But I need them because I'm fucking like squinting and straining my eyes when I'm in the sun. So I bought Oakley's. They're the eye jacket Redux. They're cool. Happy that I have them. Did I buy anything else recently? No. I think that's it. That's about all. That's my media haul. I'm like looking around. I'm like, I don't think I bought anything else. I bought some like toys here and there. Where are the toys that I bought? I already put them up. I think I did. I don't know where they are. I will spend 2 hours deciding the movie, but the second it comes to clicking it, next time I'll watch it. Yeah, low key. So you also wear sunglasses? Yeah. That barely cover the sun, so my eyes are still visible. LOL. Toy haul? I don't even know where any of the toys that I bought are. I was like, let me look around, and I'm like, I don't think that there's anything. I don't know. Oh, I did buy these. I'll show you this. This isn't a toy haul, but this I also bought like maybe like a week or 2 ago. Really fire Tamagotchi stickers. Like, just beautiful. They're like thick as hell. They're like, I don't know if you can tell, but they're like giant and very thick and blocky. But they will live on my wall. They're like literally right here. Amongst my other things, you can kind of see them if I turn the camera. I'm filling out this side of the wall back here. Oh, I also opened Pokemon cards recently. I'll show you that actually. For any Pokemon card heads. I pulled 2 really good ones from the new Chaos Rising pack. Got this Beedrill EX full art. Oh my god, the reflection is so bad. I'll take it out of the protector for a second. Beedrill full art EX. And then I got this full Xerneas. I don't know how to say his name, but this was my second best pull from the pack. Yeah, the reflection's so scuffed, I apologize, but that's it for that. Little media haul. Don't tell PSA, yeah. Dude, the new Pokemon cards are fire. Some of the art is so bad. Like, I have some cards that I hate that are like just the most like ugly 3D. Like really like, I don't know if this is from the newer set. I was pulling some really whack cards. Like these, I'm gonna be real, I don't love like the art style. I'm not a fan of that. But then you get like these? Like these full arts are sick. Like what the fuck? That's awesome. I think that these cards are so cool. The full arts are just so sick looking. Oh my god, focus! Like that's awesome. A full art like that is just so fucking cool. This is the best Pokemon card though that I've ever pulled. And it's a very common one, but look at that fucking art. What? This is the best Pokemon card ever. No cap. No cap! I don't know why I said no cap, that's crazy, but that ass. Dude, what is up with fucking YouTube? Look at this. Why is it glitching like that? What? Yeah. YouTube needs to settle down. That's crazy. Like, kind of in sync to the music, which is funny, but like, look. I got back. YouTube is jamming too, yeah. Where would you want to travel first? Brazil, China, or Antarctica? Low-key China, bro. I wanna go to fucking Shanghai. Or Shanghai. Jesus Christ. Shanghai. Why did I say Shanghai? That just makes me seem racist. Why the fuck did I say Shanghai? I'm eye-rolling at myself, bro, but I wanna go to Shanghai. I almost just did it again, too, which is crazy. Maybe it doesn't make me seem racist. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm chopped. I'll say that much. Chat. It's so funny that like, I can't ever actually seriously call people call chat, but I do think it's so. Yo, chat. What's up, chat? I feel like it'd be uncharacteristic of me to be like chat. You have, that's an awesome fucking sticker thing that you have. Oh! Blender! I blame Nick Will for my blender crashing. Joking. But you did join and then my blender crashed, which is crazy timing on your part. Yo, what? Bruh, wait, I think you mentioned this earlier, but have a question about it. Do you find it still beneficial using Twitter for art promotion / engagement? Is it not fully botted out in the art space? Pretty bad, I don't know. I definitely, like, I don't rely on it if I'm, like, if I were to be like, I'm really down bad and, like, need to, like, promote my work, like, I would be spamming Instagram Reels or some shit, like, I don't like the engagement that you garner from Instagram Reels. I think that the problem with Instagram Reels is the same problem that TikTok had, where a lot of people that are using it don't actually care about what they're consuming. They might enjoy what they're consuming, but they're scrolling. They want to scroll. Most people just want to fucking, like, quickly scroll through, like, 20 videos really fast. So, if they do like what they see, they might like your work and like the post, and they might like it so much that they follow you. Even then, they're probably going to pretty quickly tap right back the back button and go to Reels and scroll. So, like, the followers you gain are not, like, as genuine as just, like, slowly, organically letting your post naturally be shared through people. The occasional explore page versus Instagram Reels post that might get on the explore page is still a little more intentional, organic growth and discovery. Now, with all that said, if you post something and it goes mega fucking viral, there's a chance that somebody might see that and want to pay you for work. So that is still way better. Twitter, I don't know. Twitter's just like, well, I have no idea what is happening on Twitter. I use Twitter. It's kind of all dog shit. I'm like weaning off of it because I'm just so tired of it. In terms of like it just being pointless as most social media. But like, I don't know. it was cool for a while, and I've gotten gigs off of Twitter, so like I'm not gonna totally like shoot it down, but it's definitely getting worse. Like it's only on the decline, unfortunately. I would presume, or I would say so personally. Here's to swoop the one hit. Whoa. Hi. What up, Plant Bunny? Ha, for sure. I was curious since you mentioned it before. I have some art friends that for some reason swear by it. Still, but I'm convinced it's just. But I'm convinced it's just out of my comfort zone rather than actually being beneficial because they are convinced it's worse. A lie I do not fall for. I don't know. It's weird when people say Instagram is worse. I don't know what, like, unless I'm incredibly out of touch, I still think that Instagram is like the shining factor. I think TikTok also is good, but it does just seem like so many people use Instagram, like Instagram Reels. I think when Instagram Reels first dropped, everybody was like, oh, boo, like, that's the bad, like, version of TikTok. Like, you're just seeing what gets regurgitated from TikTok to Instagram. I think that has changed now. I think Instagram, since TikTok's, like, deal and sell and shit, like, I think TikTok is not as popular. Like, I think Instagram Reels is definitely pretty fucking big. Like, it's maybe not the main one, but, like, dog, Instagram Reels is fucking popping crazy. And I see so many people on there make fucking careers out of it. I've watched people blow up off Instagram Reels, you know? Reels get pretty toxic in the comments. Interesting. I mean, I think all social media is dog shit if it gets too big. I don't think it's like, I don't know. I'm talking specifically like from a posting your work and trying to get eyes on it. I think that Instagram is still really good for that. Probably the best one. It's like Instagram's home, like your profile can still be like other things than just video shit, which is good. Like you want to be able to post like Instagram photos and whatnot. Like TikTok has the carousel shit, but I don't think it's as well integrated as Instagram's photos already were, and how Instagram integrated Reels versus how TikTok was already Reels. It integrated that shit. Like, I feel like people be scrolling, bro, on Instagram Reels.
So we know
I just straight up have to delete Instagram. Like if I'm trying to be productive, I do not have Instagram on my phone right now. Like if you look at my apps on my phone, oh, I'm such a liar. I literally have Instagram on my phone right now. But I am good at not using it, and I just deleted it because I'm not trying to use it. If I have Instagram on my phone, it's GG's. Like I have Opal, so it's very annoying to unlock any ad. It's crazy. Like, no, I'm not dissing y'all for having them. It's just so fascinating that, like, we are at that point where, like, there are businesses and apps around limiting our usage of apps. I think they're great. I think Brick is really good, and, like, I low-key want a Brick. But I also just, like, delete the app when I can because I'm like, motherfucker. Like, I just shouldn't be on this shit, you know? Like, it's crazy. Like, it's fucked up. Like, these apps are actually so addicting in the most, like, evil fucking way. Like, it blows my fucking mind. Does it know how to read? No, probably not. She's like busy, you know? She's not opposed to reading, but she's like bad at it. And not like in just like she just like has a hard time sitting down and reading. Why is that there? What the hell? What happened to Echo? A cat? When is your pitch back to Happy 99? Yo. I just buy a lot of their stuff. I don't know if I would ever collab with them. Would be cool though, but they kind of like got their own thing, you know? Alright, let's see what this looks like in like wide res though. Pretty sick. Have to finish the animation the other way. We'll deal with that maybe later. Dude, you know what I'm really coming back to is Square. Square is so sick. It's insane. The box, like, it's just such a good framing. It's crazy. Like, what? This fucking box, ugh, looks so good. I loved this Square for so long, and then like I started doing like fucking what's it called? The more like 3/4. But man, the Square is awesome. I was looking at like some of my other shots for a video I did a while ago, and I would like try the Square ratio, and it just like something about how like big it looks. I don't think it looks maybe as cool on YouTube, but in Blender viewport for some reason it looks awesome. Justice for Echo Dog. Yo, Echo is my real ass cat, and he gets enough. He's a spoiled little brat. I love him to death. He's sleeping over there. I can see him right now. I made the character based off of him in Blender, but like I don't know if I'll ever do anything with it. And if I bring him back, it'd be like maybe a little different. Also, I have a cat model. Hold on. Check this out. Maybe I'll put a cat in this animation right now. Just for you guys, I'll put maybe Echo cat in here. Went to IMAX ratio? No, like deadass, the Square gives me like IMAX ratio vibe. Echo would be all white, but the problem is that white might not look good in this scene. No diss to my own cat, but like. Well, I guess I can make him sleeping and this doesn't matter. Did I not apply the mirror modifier? Excuse me? Probably way too big. It's way too big. Uh, the only problem is I don't know if it can actually be white. Just the color wise, it's too like color theory wise. I'm like, wait.
But did you care?
It just kind of looks better contrast wise to have him be like a little black cat.
I'm stronger. But did you care?
We'll mull over on the cat.
I'm stronger.
Hold on, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. Yeah, give me a second. Look at the wife's tale that says if you see a black cat, it's bad luck. I'm mega happy to see Santa Road. Similarly, I don't think it's a weird one to be like, oh, dude, black cats are so scary, bro. I think back in the day, from what I remember, the lore is that like witches, like way back in the day, if I'm not mistaken, witches were hip that like cats like were like cool, but like that got like a negative association because people back in the day were scared of witches and like occult shit, you know? I think that was the vibe, if I'm not mistaken. Some shit like that. My YouTube is freaking out. Hold on, I'm refreshing.
Looking out across the sea, motion, people moving freely as close I can see for miles. There's nowhere that this groove won't take me. So step out, choose your path. It's easy if you start the journey in your mind. Each way is different depending on how you choose to ride.
About this skin.
That's right. Whoa. That's right, yeah. Across the sea, waits for me. Across the sea. It's easy if you start the journey in your mind.
I kind of animate it now, or like redo the camera a little wider, because I really was kind of enjoying how that was starting to look. Some new shit though.
Across the sea,
last time I saw Alex stream, he had I vaguely remember during a stream you mentioned not liking Blender Guru and you were pretty spot on. Yeah, I don't fuck with him. He's like, I mean, he gets in like new drama every fucking day, it seems like, but like literally years ago there were all these like weird tweets, like literally talking like 10 plus years old, of him being like, oh, I wish like white people could say the N-word, and oh, like using like the F-word slur for gay people and shit, just like hella like aggro, and he was just always kind of a fucking freak, and then just always hated his tutorials. I thought they were actually really bad, and then like now he's all like pro AI, which is no fucking surprise. He's just a loser. He's always the loser. He picks the loser side of things, which is just what happens to some people, you know? Need to animate Hinata walking out of frame just a little more. Wait, this shot looks so much better wider. Am I tripping or what? Oh my god, these fucking things. Her animation looks so weird in this frame, why? These, I suck at, like, I'm confident in certain things. So did you announce the daily streams yet? Ooh. So about that, yeah, no, I'm, like, so bad at, like, wires. I'm, like, very intent with certain skills that I have. I'm like, yeah, you know, like this looks good and that looks good, but holy shit, these wires that I'm animating on her is like the ugliest shit that I've ever done. Like, it's so jank. I don't know, like, what would have been better. don't even want to talk about how I did them. They're so bad. This just looks so much cooler, wider. What the fuck, man? Vertical resolution is so bad, bro. Why does... Maybe it's just this shot, but I was like, oh, vertical looks like okay. Like, yo, like, this isn't that bad. This isn't that bad. And then now I'm looking at it, and I'm like... The wider shot looks much better? What the fuck? Fuck. Streamer University. No, what the fuck? Streamer University. I think that's a bit like out of my wheelhouse, you know. I'm like a recluse who streams once in a blue moon, low poly animation. I don't think I need to be on stream like like screaming and shit. Like, I don't know. Streamer University's too high octane for me, you know. I respect it, but like, fuck, I like can't keep up. I've lost my wings. An Angel has lost their wings. I'm not a fan of Kai Cenat anymore. I used to ride for Kai. I thought first ever subathon was cool. I thought the second one was not bad. And then he did a third one. And the third one was not that good. And then, I don't know, he did the Vivette thing, the like fake fashion brand, and it was like the corniest shit I've ever seen. And I didn't really watch Streamer University. And now he's doing a second one, and I'm losing it, bro. I was a fan. But like, I don't know. I think he's losing his aura. He's losing his swag. I don't know. Something's up, bro. Oh, here comes one of my cats, guys. Loki. What's up, dude? I'm gonna come sit up here. Come here, dude. What the heck? Hey! This person has one of my emotes! What the fuck? Yo! Wait, Mickey, you got one of my emotes. What the fuck? That's so fire. Yo! Okay, Mickey, I made these emotes, and even I haven't had them for like so long. Why is my Twitch thing so fucked up? But I got them recently, which I'm very excited about, but I still have yet to really have someone in my chat use them. That's not me now. So that's awesome that you have one. What the fuck? Yeah, dude, that's... Wait, how do you have multiple of them? What the fuck? That's so crazy. They're hard to get, Nick, because they're like... So, Twitch hit me up to... They, like, commissioned me to do part of their Hype Train series. And their Hype Train emotes are, like, incentive for people to, like, kind of spend money on Twitch. Like, their Hype Train shit is, like, specifically donating to a streamer to, like, help boost the hype train that may happen throughout the stream. So they're specifically a tier of emotes locked behind the hype train for, like, incentive for the people that pay for Twitch, which makes sense. Like, you're giving money to Twitch. They want to, like, give back by offering unique things, which a big part of it is emotes. But the fucked up thing is that they're like RNG. so you can participate in the hype trains for relatively low cost, but the drop rates, like, there's different levels that the hype train will end on, and there's 5 levels that drop emotes. It can go up to like 100, like hype train level 8,000 if you're like fucking Kai Cenat, but if you're just a regular streamer, you get to like level 4 or 5, but each of the first 5 levels drop a different emote. But each level has a different pool of emotes they're dropping from. So I made 1 emote for each level, and there's 5 levels, and each level has like fucking 20 emotes or something. So it's hella unlikely, because you have to participate in the hype train, and then depending on what level it ends on, that's the pool that it drops from, and you might not even get that one. That's crazy. I'm impressed to see that you have even 2 of them. These are some of the other ones. This one, this one, and this one. I'm impressed. That's awesome that you have some of them. Wow, you have 3 of them. That's so sick. What the fuck? You're missing 2. Wow, hell yeah. That's so cool. That's really cool. Wait, what? No, you literally have 4 of them. What are you talking about? What? What? How do you have all of them? How do you have all of them? What? How do you literally... Yo, what? You have all of them. I'm dead. Wait, how do you literally have all of them? That's awesome. What the fuck? You're the only person I've seen use even 1 of them, and you have all of them on top of that. That's impressive. I'm impressed. The cool thing is I'm gonna be able to give some of them out. Twitch said that I can give them to 10 people. There's like there's barely 10 people in here, right? Or something. I can give them to like basically all of you guys. But I gotta figure out how I'm gonna delve them out. I mentioned this earlier, but I'm gonna do like a giveaway thing or something. Oh my god, there's so many other ones. I'm dead. You have so many that aren't that, which is brutal. I'm sorry. That's rough. What was I doing? I was going somewhere in my Twitch folders to get some. I'm gonna end this stream in a second, by the way, guys. I'm basically done streaming, so give me a second. I was gonna put a building in here and then I was gonna dip. That was awesome. End? Yeah, I'm ending. Can we get a chess match before you end? Sure. That sounds so far. I will happily play a match of chess for you. There's a building that I was gonna grab from a different file to put in here, and I'm like not finding it. I think. Thought I was gonna grab a building. Maybe it was one of these? One haircut, by the way. Thank you. Thanks, guys. I appreciate all the comments about my haircut. I appreciate it. That's nice. Will we see you before you hike in Shanghai? I think I'll stream. I'm pretty sure last time I streamed, like 2 months ago, I said I would stream soon, and then here we are. So I'm not gonna say I will stream soon, but maybe I will. I'm trying to be. I'm like finally like done with the 2 big projects that I was doing. So like I'm kind of back in a state of possibly streaming personal stuff. I'm trying to like not just like do nothing with my time that I now have. I have to go to the DMV tomorrow though, so I don't know. I was like, maybe I'd stream tomorrow because I kind of want to work on personal stuff again, but I have to go to the DMV. My license expires. Guys, it's my birthday soon. Like really soon. And my license expires and I want to not have an expired license, so go do that. How soon? My birthday's in 4 days. Okay, I'm gonna play a chess match and then I'm gonna go. You're a tad late, bro. You're beyond late. The stream's ending. I'm playing my in-game chess match and I'm out of here. 4, how will you celebrate? I'm not like a huge birthday guy, so like I don't normally celebrate as much. I want to celebrate like my 30th when I turn 30. That's like a big birthday. That's in a few years. So like I have some time for that. This birthday's just whatever. I'm probably gonna like go outside. I want to sit at my computer. That much is something I'm certain of, you know? Any cool projects to keep an eye out for them? Like that I'm working on? I don't know. We don't take that? This. My 27 club birthday is in 13 days. Well, we have really similar birthdays. Or close. I'm gonna be 28, so I'm a year older than you, though. I'm Alec. I think I'm gonna be 28. Yes, I'm gonna be 28. I be forgetting my birthdays, yo. I don't know if that's a familiar feeling or not. This dude is playing crazy. I kind of want him to like en passant me here. Do it. I'm in a good position now. I was kind of like, whoa, this is a little sketch, but I like the position I'm in now. I'm just gonna have to take it, and I take this. And he gets 2 attackers on that, which is good. But if I take, he were to take, and then I check, this is fine. He wants to take over. This is awesome. This is such a, like, kind of check. He goes here, I check. I think I like this. Whoa. Well, I feel like that's not a good move. Or, I guess he can go here, which is kind of good.
Baby, show me the way.
Sorry, I'm getting all quiet now because I have to fucking lock in on chess. If I go here, he takes, I take. Oh wait, check in 2 positions? This fucks him up, right? This, he can't take, or no, he could take. Can I check in here? Putting him in 2 spots is kind of interesting. Check him here. He'd have to take, and then I could take? No. This, This has to take with one of these. I guess I could just trade. It's kind of slow. Do I lose a combo? Let's go. If I go here. That takes. If I check him here, it's the same shit. It's all the same. I'm gonna lose this pawn, guys. Unless I find something more interesting. Oh wait, no, this defends. I'm stupid. These defend each other. Sorry. That was, how much calculation was that? 2 minutes? 2 minutes to realize that pawn defends my own bishop. Who the hell told me to play chess? I think that was good. Ooh, this is tough. This is tough. This is tough. Here. This is good. This is good. I'm okay. Sorry, I have 50 seconds left. I'm winning in this position, but the problem is that he's up in time. I take this. He goes down for let's have a cross. Can you go here? I go here. It's a wrong move. He should have like gone here, or no, he couldn't because it was. Okay, I win. I just won the game. Super chill. Problem is not losing on time right now. It's gonna be brutal. Fuck. Oh no! No, this is draw. The time. Fuck. Yeah, he gave me the draw. He totally could have beat me on time, but he gave me draw, which is nice of him. I took too long. GG's. I totally was winning like so bad. The eval bar is gonna be like so pissed at me because I fucked up at some point. Let's see. GG's. That was a good match. Oh my god, look at that. Whoa, I blundered crazy right here. What? This was a huge blunder. Why? Oh, because queen takes in, or queen comes up and I lose. Or king, Jesus, king comes up and I lose against whatever. Yeah, I was just so won. I'm so bad at in-game when it's fast like this because I'm like, there's too many moves that matter. Like, you'd think the position is simplified, but it's not. Because look at this. I'm winning, and this is what loses the game, is me stepping, like, here. Oh! He just straight up hung his shit. I literally could have still made it him. 4 seconds, though. Rookmate with 4 seconds left is kind of brutal. That's rough. Alright, whatever. GG's. That was still a fun match. Whew. Oh, fucking nervous. That was an intense endgame. This is good though. Perfect 3-hour stream. Literally just over 2 minutes. By 2 minutes over the 3-hour mark, so that's perfect. We finished some environment for this shit today. It's cool looking. What up? Long time no see. Is everything well? It's been great. It's been good. You're joining right as I'm into the stream though, so I'm sorry, but I'm out of here. GG's everybody. Y'all have a good day, good night, good year, all that good stuff. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. It's always fun. Yeah. Gotcha.